oh, can't you see how horrible AI is? It's more a case of like, if you're not giving them enough information to work with, they're going to really reflect some poor qualities of humans that are using this technology.
You should not face discrimination by algorithms and systems. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit more interesting because...
But like, it still centers around the premise, as I was saying before, that like an AI system, an algorithm is only as good as the data that is given to it.
Well, this is kind of what they admit, because they're like, yeah, AI kind of takes on the prejudices of the people that put in the various data.
Yeah. Yeah, or like the data sets themselves. The data sets might have been collected from like, you know, a very kind of, I don't know, what do they call it? Midwestern part of America, just people from the Midwest. And then they like try and get that data set and that algorithm is trained on that data set and apply it from like, you know, the East Coast to the West Coast or something like that. Or in another country altogether. And like the demographics of the people the data set was, the algorithm was trained on is like completely different. And so like, you know, it's full of biases.
Well, yeah, like they've even admitted in this, some companies have instituted bias testing as part of their product quality assessment and launch procedures, and in some cases this testing has led to products to be changed or not launched, preventing harm to the public.
Yeah.
To just assume that something is going to be automated doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be perfect. Like,
yes.
You know, garbage in, garbage out. Like, if you, hey, it's a stat term.
No, but it's good. It's good.
Like if you asked a certain prompt, it will give that back to you. That's how the Chinese room experiment works.
Yeah.
Well, that's more to, you know, proving that it's not as intelligent as it is. But like, I guess if you put in a certain command, it's gonna, you know, spit something out.
Yeah.
But with this one, it was kind of going through, again, cases where problems are picked up. Like, the one that I found interesting was an automated system using non-traditional factors, such as educational attainment and employment history, as part of its loan underwriting and pricing model, was found to be much more likely to charge an applicant who attended a historically black college or university higher loan prices for refinancing a student loan than an applicant who did not attend a HBCU.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So it's like, so if you're going to refinance your student debt, try and get it, like taken away, but also taken to another institution. They discriminated you on like based on what college you go to, whether it's a black college or not.
But also like it was kind of wild to me where I guess as an Australian, because you know HECS and HELP exists, where it's like, oh, you know, for refinancing your student loan debt, and it's like,
yeah,
what, the government doesn't do that?
What? Yeah, it's like, what? Why do they even have to go there? Yes, because it's the land of the free for us. They're free to be able to exploit each other in like ways that like most other developed nations would find absolutely appalling. It's like same with like the hiring. Remember the hiring one? Like that example was interesting. There's a hiring tool that some companies were using, and it was like because most of the people in like the company were male, kind of thing. Any applicants that hinted to their femininity in their applications or their resumes or something like that were like immediately cut.
Yeah.
Out of the pile from the AI or by the AI.
Yeah, it's actually right here. It says a hiring tool that learned the features of a company's employees, in brackets predominantly men, rejected women applicants for spurious and discriminatory reasons. Resumes with the word women's, such as women's chess club captain, were penalized in the candidate ranking.
Yeah, there you go. So like it's only as good as the data that it's, and like some people might be like, oh, see, like AI bad, like kind of thing. It's just like, well, no, I don't know if it's really the AI as opposed to the people. Again, the people that are using it, like you could just say that these people suck. Like they're training it on things that like are just wrong. And then they're relying on that system to do all the heavy lifting for them now. There was an interesting one about like, where was it? Yeah, this one, searches, like, so this is a search engine problem. So like something like Google as a search engine would have problems with this. So searches for the terms black girls, Asian girls, or Latina girls returned predominantly sexualized content rather than role models, toys, or activities. So, like, some search engines have been working to reduce prevalence of these results. But, like, you know, if that's what people are searching for, and, like, the data set is trained on particular people searching in a particular demographic, then, like, that's what's going to happen in the results. Like, algorithms aren't subjective. Like, they're not just like, oh, you know, this person might like this, I'll just give it a try kind of thing. It's based on data. And so, like, people search for these types of terms, black girls, Asian girls, Latina girls, and it probably comes back with sexualized results because it's probably like the content of what people are searching for with this metadata attached to it. And so the algorithm is designed to give back things based on its analysis of the metadata. And so, again, it's the people that have to go in after the fact and update, yes, their systems, their algorithms, their AI to ensure that, like, it doesn't express these biases within the system. But, like, I don't know if it's really, again, people should be, like, reading this as just like, oh, can't you see how horrible AI is or how horrible algorithms are? It's more a case of, like, if you're not giving them enough information to work with, they're going to really reflect some poor qualities of humans that are using this technology, to be honest.
Yes, but doesn't this go back to the talk about, you know, grabbing people's attention? Because really, like, I guess I'm making an assumption here, but, like, the point of those search engines is that they're designed in such a way that whatever is going to be the top click, they're going to go with that within the system.
Yeah.
So, like, the sexualized content with those sort of tags, those sort of metadata ones, that is just the symptom that they're going for that sexualized content, because that's the one that has the most clicks.
Yeah.
So, it's the bias that the algorithm and therefore the people that design that algorithm that want to go for the most clicks, not, you know, what is the most equitable representation for certain things.
But like I was saying before, like, AI is not subjective in that regard.
Yes.
It doesn't make the decision that it's like, oh, well, this is just what gets people the most clicks, so I shouldn't do this. I'll offer something that's, like, more equitable or something like that. It just does whatever it needs to do to fulfill its objective. So it's up to people to go in there and be like, no, this is your objective now, algorithm. Make sure that you take this into consideration. When you process this stuff in, like, you know, milliseconds, which is what it's capable of doing, like, you know, for millions and millions of end users, like, this is what you do every, like, thousandth of a second as you're computing all of this data. Do it like this, you know, kind of thing. So, like, yeah, I still see that there's a big problem in terms of, really, it's not the technology itself. It's the people that are applying this technology that really need to be held account for what they're doing.
Yes.
It's not a failing of, like, the technology at the end of the day. Like, I don't read all of this and say, oh shit, everyone should walk away from AI. Everyone should walk away from automation and algorithms. Not that that's going to happen anyway. We're too far down that rabbit hole. But, like, the stuff itself isn't dangerous. I think it's the people that are using it. It's like that thing that, oh God, what's his name? Charlton Heston. Like, he's a pro-gun guy, and he's like, guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people, or something like that. Or people.
Oh, is that quote from him?
I think it is. Because there's that Family Guy joke.
Yeah.
He's like, guns don't kill. Monkeys with guns kill people, because he was in Planet of the Apes. And it's funny because in that movie, there's a lot of monkeys with guns killing people and stuff. But, like, yeah. But, like, that's right, though. Like, the algorithms aren't out there, like, you know, harming people. It's like the people that are using the algorithms, like, spending all this money on them and just giving it a half-assed data set to be trained on or something, and then letting it kind of loose on society. Like, they should be held accountable for that.
Yeah.
Like, they should completely be held accountable for that one.